I think if you asked most people, they'll pick Joyce as a pretty solid favourite, and maybe the bookmakers might be the same, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
They both get hit, don't they? They're both happy to take a shot. I think it could be, and Joe Joyce doesn't stop coming. Well, he does, unless Zhilei Zhang knocks him out, but he's just going to keep coming and keep walking forward. Derek Chisora much the same. I just can't. It's kind of weird. I can't really work out what's going to happen here. I can't. It's intriguing fight. I remember when it was first made, it was a bit one of those, really? Like, they're two kind of aging guys, big guys. But now I'm like, I'm just very excited to see what's going to happen. One question, George, what do you think if Joe Joyce wins, and like you say, he's the favourite here and he wins, and he should win, really, he should be beating a 40-year-old Derek Chisora, really. Like, he's Joe Joyce. At one point, people were saying he was the third best heavyweight in the world. Given what's happened to him with Zhang in particular, and the water under the bridge, and the sort of disappointing performance against Cash Ali, how far off the sort of top do you think Joe Joyce is? Do you think at 38 years old, he's 16-2, do you think he's got a chance of getting back up in the mix at heavyweight? Like, do you really think, or can he sort of kiss that idea goodbye now, or is he only a couple of wins away?
Well, we'll know a bit more after Saturday, won't we? Yeah. Because if he's electric on Saturday, then the question will be, was he good or was maybe Chisora not? But when you think of who those elite guys are right now, and there are probably feels like more than ever, more of them than there has been the last decade or so, or who, all of a sudden now Parker is up there in a shout. If like trying to pick a top three,
Joe Joyce Joe Parker, like in 2022, Joyce, knocked him out in the 11th, and now Parker's, one of the most active and in-form heavyweights there is.
Yeah. So Parker sort of win over Zhang. Zhang sort of win over Joyce. It's like, So I think I would say that he could still be in and amongst it, Joyce. Why not? Why not? Because if you think, he's got the win over Dubois. Dubois fighting, technically he's heavyweight champion of the world now. He's got the win over Parker. You say Parker, would you pick Parker in front of Anthony Joshua right now? To beat him? You say, yes or no? He's fought the better opposition, but does that equate to whatever? They're all boxing each other now. Really, you think about it. It's no longer sort of where Anthony Joshua's the number one, but he's boxed everyone. And before him, maybe Wilder or Tyson Fury, and they were the number one, but then they've beaten the others, the rest. But now the rest are fighting each other and they're beating each other, and it's fascinating. I think he's in there, Dick. What do you think?
Yeah, he's one of them where if he looks good against Chisora, there's a chance he could look terrible against Derek Chisora. Like, there really is. Chisora might just get on his chest and swarm him, and like he could look bad, or he might look really good. And then you think, if you look through the names of the guys at the top, obviously Fury and Usyk notwithstanding, and then obviously Joshua and Dubois are tied up. You sort of think, Joyce is not. Nobody would want to fight him. Nobody's going to look at him and be maybe apart from Zhilei Zhang, he's probably have another go. But he's only a couple of wins. Joseph Parker is testament to that. The only one concern, is his age. He's 38, and he's never been that active because he's big heavyweight. Like he's 18 fights. He was on a fast track, of course, but I'm not sure. And there's a chance, Derek Chisora as well is going to bring the heat. Like, people will criticize him. People are always like, he shouldn't be boxing and stuff. I never like to suggest that people shouldn't be allowed to box and stuff. Like, he's 40 years old. He's a man. He's a grown man. He knows what he's doing. Who is anyone to suggest that he can't go and have a fight for money? Like, that's what this sport is. But I think he's got enough to make Joe Joyce have to work on Saturday. And if he hasn't, then it's a good night for Joyce. But I'm just not sure. I'm really intrigued by it. And Chisora is one of those ones as well. The older and more experienced he's got, sort of the more dangerous and almost like carefree he is. Like what he was saying to you on the plane. He just can't. It's what he does, isn't it? I remember he said in an IFL interview or something, he wants to fight. He wants 100 fights. No, he wanted 50 fights. Was it something like that? He's 34 and 13.